All right, sports to the bone family. What's up? What's up? Hope you guys made it to the end of the day. I tell you, my viewers and subscribers, I tell you, what a stress, what a stress, what a stress. Why, following West Indies, it's definitely nerve wracking. Just let me know if you guys are able to hear me. Just go ahead in the comment section and let me know if you guys are hearing me, right? I see a couple of persons commenting so far on thing. Just let me know if you are able to hear me, all right? So we are at the end of the series, both T20 and ODI. And as I have there on the thumbnail, what did you guys learn coming out of this? I mean, going into the series, I didn't necessarily expect us to really win the series or dominate, but a couple of the performances were really hard to look at. Two out of three ODI games weren't too tough when we batted out 50 overs and scored over 300 runs, and on the two occasions. It wasn't too bad then. All right, so you guys are able to hear me. But the T20s, especially today, the way in which the guys were dismissed, it was really difficult to look at. It was really difficult to look at. You understand? Iqbal said today he got very surprised with Jason Holder opening. I wouldn't say that I'm surprised in the sense that I don't put anything past these coach and these and the captain. They have a reason for doing everything. Even when to you and I, it seems so weird. I thought it was a weird decision. But these guys are known to make weird decisions and then come after and talk about in hindsight. Anyway, it seems as if Sachin is giving us some information here. Let us see what's going on. He said top scorers in the series, Hetty with 115, Kyle Mayers with 110, Brandon King with 101, Pooran 81, Powell 75, and Brooks with 33. All the others made less than 20. Yes, I can understand, but all of those guys that you called, they were expected to score the bulk of the runs. Probably the ones that are outstanding, people like Jason Holder and Akil Hussain and those guys who are in there as batsmen. So even though the batsmen scored some runs, it definitely wasn't enough. Yeah. All right. Why would you open Holder? Why drop me? As I said, Mr. Lover, I have no idea. Except I am of the opinion that they were trying to give. All right, I'm going to just click on the comments until I reach up to the last one. All right, I want to be able to keep in track with you guys. As I said, they are probably thinking to themselves that they are giving players an opportunity, right? And I can understand how you take out the two openers them and how. But even if you rest both openers, right? If you rest both openers, all right, we're going to start right here. We're going to start right with Mr. Lover. That's the last comment, guys. So hopefully the other comments coming in after that, I'll be able to read and keep up to date with. So even if you decide to rest Kyle Mayers and Brandon King, Devon Thomas is an experienced opener, bats right-handed. So what is it that Jason Holder would have brought that Devon Thomas wouldn't? What they're looking at, Jason Holder's aggression, ruthless aggression. I don't know. Mr. Lover said the thing that hurt me is how he got out as trying to scoop. I don't even know what that was. What that was, Mr. Lover, in all honesty. I got a chance to watch the game, but the thing is, I had the game up on the computer and I was watching the football and the TV at the same time. So it was double trouble today. Manchester United doing what Manchester United does, and then West Indies doing what we are used to. Why did Shepherd not thing is, why was Shepherd not given a game in the whole T20 series? It's unfair. Why rest the both opening instead of resting one? As I well from I think Jason Holler replaced Shepherd. You understand? And then we saw that they were rotating between Paul and and Smith. Salova say at this point is best you call in hemorrhage or Cornwall. Probably maybe it's best. I don't know why they had Jason Holler. Boy, I tell you, I might be missing the trick, so I'm waiting for someone to come and explain it to me. Sports to the Bone, we did not no, do well in any way. I don't know him. Sports to the Bone, we did not I don't know in any way. I don't know how we expect to have a chance in the T20 World Cup. Say, I don't know. I don't expect to have any chance in all honesty. I'm expecting that they are going to go to the World Cup, play the games, and after the game, say it's a young team and they are building and they need time. That's what they're going to say. West Indies should have done better. We had the quality to play the series against India. That's the thing, we always have individual players that tend to stand out, especially for their franchise team. But when they come together to play for West Indies, it's a total different thing. I expected Shepherd to play today, but no, says Mr. Lover. Supernova says Sports to the Bone, having Jason Holler open is never a good idea. His T20 batting is overrated, and he overrated himself. He's never been a T20 batsman beside a floating strike rotator. Hold on. Sports to the Bone, having Jason Holler open is never a good idea. His T20 batting is overrated, and he overrating himself. He's never been a T20 batsman beside a floating strike rotator. Copied by my comment. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, all right, no problem. Yeah, I don't know why Supernova. I don't know why they did that. I won't knock his average because not a lot of the guys averaging a whole lot in T20 cricket, but I think he averages something like 15 in the international T20 cricket. I won't even try to explain because I can't see the sense. Ken Rice says Sports to the Bone. It still end up that Devon Thomas open regardless because he came in 3 balls in the first over. Well, yeah, but he came in somewhat under pressure, Sachin says records broken in this series. Obed McCoy, best bowling figures for West Indies. Obed McCoy again, worst bowling figures for West Indies and the first team to lose 10 wickets in to spin. In international T20. So that is how we do it. We set records and we break records, beat them. It's better than home with Hetmaya and Puran. I don't know, West Indies need Sheffield Rutherford, Goody Kishmoti to replace Walsh. Goody Kishmoti is injured. I think he fractured his finger. Mr. Lover says, that just killed me. Oh, the records, we just can't play spin. It's difficult to watch. Very difficult to watch. We need to pay attention to CPL this year. There is no synergy in the West Indies team. The players don't really complement each other, says Davian Sterling. Very good point there. Very good point. I'm also not sure if you realize this, but in terms of Premier League football, Flo and Digicel at war with with Vertacast, so to deal struck and no one in the Caribbean can watch. What you're saying? It's a good thing I'm not out there. No, I didn't realize Supernova. I didn't realize that they were having a battle over broadcasting, right? It's a good. Well, probably it would have been best if I was out there. At least I wouldn't get to watch Manchester United. Sachin says, Mr. Lover, I don't know why they did not send in Puran or Hetmaya after that first wicket because clearly Axel was bowling more than 2 overs and they should have sent the left-hander. Walsh did good today, honestly, despite the few long hops. Mr. Lover, it's extremely difficult to watch this man now. I want him to be a success because I know the importance of having a leg spinner, but I also know the importance of having a consistent or a wicket taking leg spinner. And I know you need confidence to really perform. But good gosh, man, I am tired of seeing it, man. My God. I know even where you say, well, yeah. Odin and Wash, Junior did well given the flat they usually get. Need to see more of that consistency. Yeah, I think Odin Smith had 3 wickets for 30 something runs from his 4 overs. It wasn't bad. Wash wasn't too bad either, but there were quite a few long hops and free hits. Walsh is a waste of time. Allen and Narayan needs to come back to the team. ASAP also, Thomas and Brooks in a T20 team is stupidness. One thing though, Cabby, we have to be reminded that Fabian Allen made himself unavailable for whatever reason. And we heard Sunil Narayan saying the other day that it's always going to be a yes for West Indies, but there are beyond closed door issues. So, we're just trying to work with what we have. Sports of the Bone, good evening. I've been watching cricket from I was 9 and now I'm almost 26, and I heard from then till now we're building. Wonder when we're going to finish that building. Well, you are 26. I am almost 30, and I have been hearing the same thing from I start watching cricket, that we're building, and I don't know what is happening. Is either the material that we're using to build not good or something? Maybe they selected Holder to open because Mayers is an all-rounder, and they thought they could just swap him for another all-rounder as an No, I doubt it. I doubt it, because Holder was going to be in the team anywhere to bowl, but based on the 11 man, the 11 that we had out there, Jason Holder had no business going up there to open at all. Kyle Mayers is more informed, or is known for his batting, in the shorter format more than how Jason Holder is known. So I can understand them experimenting with Kyle Mayers, but that Jason Holder thing, I can understand. Cricket 2020 say time to get a new coach, period. Time to get new coaches, period. Who second that? Who supports that? There is no way we bring in Drake to play World Cup. We definitely need Cottrell. All right, so you say we need Sheldon Cottrell. When does the New Zealand ODI series start? If we don't win at least one game in that series and get a fourth 3-0 defeat, for a 3-0 defeat, a lot of young and old fans will give up on these players. I think the series is sometime in August here, if I'm not mistaken. All right, Shivnarayan Chandapal and Brian Lara as batting coach, and Courtney Walsh and Curtly Ambrose as bowling. Agree or disagree? As I always say, excellent players of the game don't necessarily mean excellent coaches. I can understand us growing up and watching these guys dominating and thinking they need to be at the helm, but at the same time, you have to get some amount of experience. One would assume before you can get the job, but then other people can look. Some persons might look at it and say, all right, look at Brendan McCallum, look at I think Jonathan Tratt. He has gone off to coach one of those teams there. So, I'm not too sure if they are ever going to give Curtly Ambrose a go, because remember, the man was trying to get the elite pace bowling coach for England a couple of years ago. West Indies saw that, didn't do anything except give him let him be what was it when we were preparing for the under-19 World Cup the other day? Had him doing some stuff, and I don't know. And Lara now, I don't know if Lara going to be committed now based on the fact that he would have gotten a taste of the IPL coaching money and know that he's not going to be contracted right throughout, and it's less stress to deal with. Why is Pooran not bowling Mayers, and why Pooran is not bowling? I remember Kyle, he didn't play this game, so I'm not too sure if we really want Pooran bowling in the T20 games. I don't know. I'm not too sure if that is something that we are ready for. Next Wednesday, T20, then after that is ODIs. It's so quick, the game's coming, man. Quick and fast. I didn't even realize, guys. My gosh. Downdrafts, that retirement is bigger news than the white ball was. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad to see DeAndre Datin go like that. And I think there are some underlining things that we're not hearing about. That letter that she wrote was a strongly worded letter, and there's something going on. Supernova said also we have to start asking serious questions. Zimbabwe, who were in a cricket crisis, just win the ODI series versus Bangladesh with a 2-0 lead. They are just wiped us out 3-0. So where are we as an ODI team? As per usual, always behind. ODI cricket, we're always lagging behind where that is concerned. So West Indies need to change their head coach. All right, I hear you. Bro, we're not getting out of that qualifier stage based on this. That is another thing, Mr. Lover. Rutherford, Lewis, Hettypoor, and Powell should be the starting five. So Rutherford and Lewis, along with Hettypoor and Powell, should be the starting five. All right, I hear you. I hear you, boss. I hear you. August 10th, the New Zealand series starting. Hey, I'm getting a lot of cricket in a man, and I can't even get a chance to do a lot of to do much live show because of work and all of that. By the way, I agree we need new coaches, and the New Zealand T20 series starts Wednesday, I think. All right. OJ says you all know exactly why the building can't finish, and Sports to the Bone has said it numerous times. We always kept looking back to the old timers, Bravo Gale example, and not investing in the future. All right, Mr. OJ, I hear you. Yeah, but watch joke, OJ. When we go to the World Cup, it's the same thing we're going to hear. Remember, this team is building towards the World Cup now. Watch when we reach the World Cup. What's going to happen? You're going to hear that is a young team building, and then when these guys transition out, the other guys come in. You're going to hear it's a young team building. That is what they like to do. Is it good thing or bad thing that not a much Hetty is our top run scorer with the 115 runs in 5 matches? Good to see Hetty hasn't lost, but would have been nice to see someone get exactly. I think I personally think it's a bad thing, and my reason for saying this is Hetty hasn't played international international T20 cricket for probably 7 months, and to see him just walk back in and outscore everybody else in the team, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. This is not me criticizing Hetmayana. This is actually a compliment in the sense that he came straight in under the pressure and pick up the slack. You understand? As much as I thought he could have probably done a little bit more. This is me complimenting that he came in and pick up the slack. But it is really, really not looking good that he was out of the game so long and then come back. That is why when the coaches and the selectors talking rubbish, people that know the game, go and tell them to stop the foolishness and get in the people them. You understand? And tell you exactly why people not playing. Because we know people that can play. You understand? They want to convince us that the man cannot play. And we know the cricketer knows that the man can bat. They need to stop the foolishness. That's why they can't win no cricket. They're trying to convince us of some people that cannot play, that they can play. And the ones that can actually play, they want us to believe they can't play. They need to stop the foolishness. That they need to do. People to coach is a Benjamin. You know what? He's a I don't know about tournament, but I was reading an article the other day, and they were talking about the same Benjamin guy. They are apparently he's highly rated when it comes on to developing players. I feel she wanted to captain before Matthews. Say, Mr. Oliver said, brother, I feel she wanted to captain before Matthews. But I mean, if we're moving away from Stephanie Taylor, I'm not too sure how much of a sense it would have been to give DeAndre Datin the captain. How old is DeAndre Datin now? And I mean, Hayley Matthews, she has a lot of experience. She's still young, and I think it was a good time. That could be the case. I don't know, but I'm not too sure how much of a sense it would make. You see, you're looking towards the future and looking to transition, and then you take it from Taylor and give DeAndre Datin. I think it made perfect sense to give Hayley. Datin was supposed to be captain, and Hayley Matthews rushed to be captain, so that's why Datin retires. Says Cricket 2020. All right, I hear you. How in the world are we going to survive both Southie Bracewell? How in the world are we going to survive? We're not going to survive. We're not going to survive, you know, it's as simple as that. Fit or not, Campbell, Blackwood, Cornwall, Hemorrhage, and Rutherford says Mr. Lover. All right. All of those bowlers that you call just now, you know, I don't know if we probably can find two batsmen that can consistently score maybe 20 or 25 against them. You know, it's real problematic. Here comes Sheldon. Good evening, all. Blessings, Sheldon. Welcome, welcome. All right. Sports to the bone and football. Not a good start for Manu. Holland, good start and can't wait for La Liga to start. Yeah, I watched both games. I watched the Manu game and I watched the Man City game. You know, it was good to see Erling Haaland getting off the mark, scoring 2 goals. He was substituted in the 70-something minute, I think, but good to see him getting up and running. Manchester United being Manu as usual. Yeah. Sachin, so we need a miracle. If things get bad enough, I feel CWI will grant Lewis that fitness exemption and we will get this and he will get his way. The good players know they hold the cards. Usually hold the cards closer to World Cup or depending on ratings. It depends on their ratings, you know, and it depends on the captain. Going into the last World Cup, don't think I forget, you know, going into the last World Cup, I can guarantee you that maybe 3 or 4 of those players, let me see, maybe 2, maybe more, but I can guarantee you that at least 2 of those players were not able to pass any fitness test, but because of cronyism or friendship, if you want to call it like that, and things like that, they got in, weren't scoring any runs, weren't doing anything, but because of what they did in the past, they got in. They got exemption, I can assure you, with those fitness situation. But Evan Lewis might not be that lucky in the sense that he's probably not as liked or not as friendly with the other guys as what happened in the last World Cup. They must stop the foolishness. That is why the cricket can move forward. That is why the cricket can move forward. They need to stop the foolishness. Who is West Indies batting coach? He needs to be fired. The Windies batting is not improving against spin bowling or fast bowling. It's a guy from India. I think he's called Monty Dasar or something like that. Yeah, it's not improving. The man give a 10 wickets to spinners today. Brother, if Lewis get exemption, Cornwall need to get exemption also, says Mr. Lover. Sheldon said Lewis seems to be training hard. Well, that would be good. That would be good. It would actually mean that he's taking responsibility and trying to make sure that he gets in. They playing like they're scared of India. They play like they're scared of India. Like if they beat them, they're not going to get IPL contract next year. They friendly with the Indians. No, that's not the case. You know, they just were not good enough. They just were not good enough, especially to bat in the spin. You understand? I think the batting coach is Monty Desai. Yeah, he's the same one. If you want to see him, just when the game is playing, he's always standing at beyond the boundary. I don't know if what he's down there doing. Can I say we need Narayan, Lewis, Russell, and Allen if we are to compete in the World Cup. Did you see what Narayan did in the hundreds today? No, not as yet. Not as yet. But this is my thing, you know. If these guys can help us out during the regular games leading up to World Cup, I don't want to see them anywhere near my World Cup team. And I know some person's gonna say that World Cup is the big thing and you need to draw for the big guns. But if these guys refuse to play for us in regular series to accumulate points and things like that, I don't want to see them. You know? All right. Yeah, 34. So you see, that's what I'm saying. If you take it from Stephanie Taylor, maybe give Haley Matthews, you know, was a good option. Politics. I don't know if it is really necessarily has to do with the island or people just being too friendly with each other, yeah, man. Big up Nelson. Supernova say I need to look at that New Zealand squad and see if they brought out the big dogs or not. We need them to send a beat. But The other day when the squad came out, I did a video and I'm almost certain that Trent Bolt, Southey, Bracewell, and all of those guys are in there. I'm almost certain. I will have to double check again. Sachin says Simmons put Hetmeyer to bat at 6 in the first 4 matches and he made only 58 runs. Today he batted where he should have batted and made 56. Imagine if he batted at 4 other matches. I mean, it could be a case where he was asked, it could be a case where he probably would have batted at 4 and things didn't work out. But having said that, the man must bat at number 4. We don't have enough good batsmen in the team to be batting Hetmeyer at number 6. They need to stop the foolishness. Why these guys can't use them brain? What is done in the IPL, you can't do it here. Hetmeyer is a talented guy, right? In IPL, sometimes they allow him to bat a little earlier, but generally speaking, he's at number 6 because they know he can manage to finish the game. He is more than capable of batting in the top 3 or the top 4 for West Indies. So why they have him batting him at 6 when he's running out of partners? Them in IPL, generally speaking, when the Hetmeyer goes out there, he's usually going out there to finish. When he bats for West Indies and come in at 6, he's looking to start the innings. They need to stop the foolishness. And the thing is, when they do these things, they believe people don't know cricket and people are watching the cricket can easily say it's foolishness that them doing. Do you think Lewis would ever play for West Indies again? I highly doubt it. I am hoping that he will play for us again. But, based on what I heard Desmond Haynes saying the other day, Lewis would definitely have to impress. He would have to show up, turn up, smash the fitness test, smash some runs in the CPL, because it seems to me as if the lead selector is over him, based on what he said. What do you think about Barca and their new signings? Barca made some good signings. The problem is they're asking Gerard Piqué and Busquets. What's his name? Busquets, I think he's called, to take pay cuts again. And it's a possibility that if they don't take those pay cuts, they won't be able to register all of the new signings. But bringing in Lewandowski and Rafinha, I'm a big fan of him, having seen him in the Premier League and so forth. It's good signing, but whether I want to know why they signing, how they find money to sign so many players and plan to pay them and promise them so much money, and the guys that are there that were there from the beginning have to be taking pay cuts still. What going on with Shane Dorich? Long time we ain't hear from him. Well, I don't know, Remember, Shane Dorich played in a best versus best game a couple months ago, and it didn't really stand out too tough. Sports of the Bone, what are we good at? I remember there was a time where we could at least put out a respectable bowling performance. It seems that West Indies are still in 2016 when it comes to their strategies. Apparently, I can't tell you what we are good at, OJ, because today we will put out a okay bowling performance and the batting fail. The next day, the batting put out a good performance and the bowling fail. So we're not consistent right across the board, or we're not consistent in one area. You understand? We're not consistent in one area. So I can't even say what we are good at. It's not like when we used to have those poor hitters and we say, all right, those guys are going to win us the game. Or when we had Samuel Badger and Sunil Narayan ranking at number 1 and 2 in the world, and we could say, all right, the bowling is strong with those guys and Bravo alongside them. I can't tell you. It's a good question, OJ. I can't tell you, Star. Mr. Lover say Rampal, Russell, to do what? And Shemar Hola is still there. The dilemma would be if Lewis returns and opens with Mayers, what will they do with King? Because Pura needs to bat at 384. So where does King bat? King would probably bat 5 and then Ravman Powell 6, Jason Hola 7. They would have to drop one of the all-rounders. That is if they even put him in the team. That's King. Sports of the Bone. All right. Once the island politics mashing up the game. West Indies will start winning when they make Sherman Hetmeyer the number 3 batter in all 3 formats. No debate. Stop the foolishness. But the thing is, I am all for Shimron Hitmaya batting up the order and doing his thing. I'm all for that. But when you say all three formats, I'm not too sure if he is yet committed or is committed to play the ODI cricket. But Shimron Hetmyer can easily bat number three or four in both the T20 and the ODI teams. That is, I know that for a fact. Sports to the bone, I thought you was ignoring my comments, but I was on another account you blocked. Oh no, man, Javid. I think remember when it just came on. When it came on a couple months ago, I had mistakenly blocked your thing. But I went on the thing and was looking for the ones that were blocked, and it's not popping up. So that's why I haven't pulled you as yet. But see, you are on the right account now, man. OJ says a coach at the international level should have better players to work with. These players don't even have the basics, and they don't know how to read the game. Once again, big point, big point there, because at the international level, the coach, generally speaking, as Sheldon like to say, should be working on strategies, should be working on ways how to beat teams, and not necessarily having to worry about the guys, as you would say, reading the game and playing basic spin and using their brain. You understand? So that is definitely a good line of argument there. All right, Javid said, sports to the bone. My thing is that what happens when the Narayan Lewis retire, who we going to call on? When Narayan and Lewis, but we can't call on these guys now. That is the thing. They are not retired, but we can't call on them because we need some help, and we can't call on Narayan for whatever reason. We need some help, and Lewis not coming out. So we're still in limbo. We're still in limbo, Javid. OJ said West Indies need to put out a statement tomorrow letting the public know we have nothing to work with across the region till we develop our youth. Talking about that, OJ, I was going to do the video tomorrow, but let me just talk about it a little bit. I'm trying to remember. There's this guy that is always talking about West Indies cricket. I think he's a former opener, former West Indies opener, always coming out, and according to the players, he likes to criticize them. The man actually reached out to Sachin Tendulkar and literally begging him and asking him to help West Indies, not with money, but with basic things like bats and ball, so he can distribute across the region, so that, as you say, the youth and the young players can get a chance to play cricket. Can you imagine that? You know how disgraceful and how shameful that is? We have so many past and present players, right? And we have to be looking abroad and be literally begging for bats and balls from a former player to distribute to our players across the region. So as I said, if we're not developing the youths, it's definitely not going to work. And I can tell you, I don't know about the rest of the Caribbean, but in Jamaica, the cricket is not really growing, because, as you guys know, I was in the school system there coaching, and you can't find anybody to that want to play cricket. Time for Paul to be dropped as vice captain. The guy is failure, and we need better spinner, a wicket taking spinner, says Cabby. Yeah, Powell is definitely inconsistent. The vice captain is going to be difficult to drop him now. That's the thing, when we put on title and people in the West Indies, we don't really like drop them. But as I say, it needs to come up better than that. And the spinner, yeah, we need other. I mean, Gudi Kishmoti is out injured, and Akil Hussain, you can imagine those would be the frontline spinners. Supernova New Zealand brought out the big dogs. Yep. India sent their C team and we got smacked. Yeah. West Indies going nowhere, says who is this? Hopeton. Javid says at Supernova 20. But what he's saying is, if they retire, we're going to take licks. We need to do something about our grassroots level. My thing is this: when Hetty bats at 6 in the IPL, the score is like 150, 160 for 5. But when he comes in 6 for us, exactly, it's the same thing I was saying. They are batting him at number 6 to come and start the innings. They need to stop the foolishness because, as I said, when the coach and these guys do these things, they believe that people watching the cricket don't understand the cricket. That is the thing, It's like they want us to listen to them, listen to what they are saying, and believe that is how it go. But we're watching the cricket and know say it's not so good. Then if you stop the foolishness. Lucky Ferguson going to have these guys jumping in Jamaica. The boys haven't seen pace like that since Nakia and Rabad, since Ngidi, Rabad and Nakia in the test, and look what happened. All games done in 3 days. Yeah, I remember that series. I think that's the series that they clocked in Kumabana. Sports of the Bone, can you remember when last West Indies win a match on Sunday? That's the best day to watch cricket, and they are salt on Sundays. Well, I don't know if they are on the salt on Sundays still, I don't know if they are on the salt on Sundays. Sports of the Bone. Spinners dominate. In our local domestic game, we fire our regional coaches. No, we don't fire the regional coaches. We don't fire the regional coaches, But I mean, at the level that these guys are playing, especially when you bring in a man at the international level to supposedly help where the spin is concerned, because that is one of the main reasons why this man is here, to help us to play spin. I'm not say anything I improve. West Indies management team sometimes can't think for themselves. First, they saw Gale batting at 3, so they shifted him to 3, where he wasn't good. No, they trying the same finisher with Hetty foolishness. Yeah, I remember when they did that thing with Gale. One thing I know, West Indies don't have a good enough team to have Hetmeyer batting at 6. They need to stop the foolishness. Monkey do. All right. 100 flat, at least it's not 55 all out. Like the former captain's number, eh? All right, so Sachin just reminding us of the squad here, New Zealand squad. Thanks, Sachin. So Martin Guptill, Kane Williamson, Allen, Conway, Bolt, Bracewell, Lucky Ferguson, Henry, Latham, Mitchell, Neesham, Phillips, Santner, Saudi, Southey. Is the New Zealand squad. They brought all the big guns. That is a good squad right there. That is a good squad. Strong squad that. Sports of the Bone, we need Craig Brathwaite to come and speak to these fellas. What is Craig Brathwaite going to tell these guys now? What is he going to tell them? Black, or what? What's going on? Sports of the Bone. What is Ravman Powell's strength? This man walk as though he's a ball beater. Hey, funny, The man said, what is Ravman Powell's strength? This man walk as though he's a ball beater but does nothing. Yeah, he's supposed to be he's supposedly a ball beater. You don't see that man walking out on the field like a Hulk, man. Like a Hulk. I don't know, Star. I don't know. As we like to say in Jamaica, you have to take bad things, make joke. One man can't win us the game, exactly. West Indies need Darren Bravo, says Cricket 2020. Yes. You're a funny boy. You're a comedian. Definitely. Cricket 2020 is always giving us some good jokes. Paul has gone backwards, playing too much. Lewis Mayers King, Hetmeyer Pooran should be the top 5, says Mr. Lover. Lewis Mayers King, Hetmeyer Pooran. All right, I hear you, Mr. Lover. I am a Kemo Paul fan, but today he was ordinary. Oh, he was ordinary. He was sleepwalking, says Winston King. Yeah. Hetmeyer is the only one that can play spin and rotate strike. Everyone else plays spin and the back foot. Shamar Brooks, Dance pass one. Devon Thomas played across the line and got out. No, Devon. No, what did Devon? No, Devon Thomas was trying to cut a ball that was too close to him. That's how he got out. As I said, boy, you basically correct. All of the guys like to camp out in the crease and invite the ball to come on to them. I don't know if they're trying to read the ball off the pitch or what. I don't know. To be honest, I would not be surprised if some of these guys don't get picked up next IPL. Pooran is better than Hetmeyer, says Cricket 2020. Yes, Supernova, Philo Wallace, yeah man. I'm going to do a video about it maybe tomorrow or the following day. Philo Wallace is the one that I was talking. Reached out to Sachin begging for some bats and balls to distribute to distribute in the Caribbean. Imagine, look where cricket gone. Dwayne Bravo needs to come out of retirement. I don't know why Dwayne Bravo follow those guys and talk about him retiring, you know, because Bravo could have given us another year or two. I mean, the World Cup didn't work out for him as much as how we would have wanted it. But Bravo could have given us another year or two. You understand? You know, it's tough losing all of those guys at the same time. There is a under 19 3-day camp going on now, says Javid. Yeah. Well, I hope they're actually teaching the guys how to bat. The last time we heard that they were having a camp for spin and how to bat spin. You know, it was a disappointment when the camp ended. Is Benjamin? I'm going to tell you who it is, man. Don't worry on yourself. Let me tell you who it is. Just to get it right. Yeah, the last time we had Cam talking about the teaching the guys to bat spin. It never work out. Never work out at all. The West Indies women under 19s going to play the USA under 19s in Florida starting tomorrow, and they will go up at Shivnarayan Chandapal, I think, is coach of the senior I'm trying to remember, he's a coach of the senior team, and I think he's also in charge of the young female players too, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Let me tell you now. Winston Benjamin, yes. Yeah, man, Winston Benjamin. I was mixing it up. Benjamin is the one that sent the message to Tendulkar. Shepherd is a better all-rounder than Smith. Paul Drakes, he is a good player. He is the future, says Cabby, Trinidad and Tobago. I am all for dropping these so-called stars and bringing in players from the under-19 teams. I am all for giving them chance, but here what my problem is with that now, Winston. I personally don't believe in picking man based on name. You know, that is why I get bashed all the time when I say when a man can't perform, he must not be in the team. But the problem is quite a few of these under 19 players got the center stage in the regional tournament, and they didn't capitalize on it at all. They didn't capitalize on it. In the regional. I am yeah. So you know. Sports at the Bone, you know, Shiv have a batting line that he said he was going to distribute. Hold on, you know, Shiv have a batting line that he said he was going to distribute. The video is on YouTube, but he didn't get much support. Someone from Guyana would have to give more info on that. A batting line. What type of batting line? What type of batting line is that? Maybe Sachin or one of the guys there can give us some information, OJ. All right. Why Errol no easy though. Sports at the Bone, when was the last time Holder did anything for West Indies? I mean, he's not winning games for us per se. as how we would want it to be, but he's a steady performer. Especially, I mean, over the last 2 years, he's not performing as much as we'd want, but his bowling has definitely come along, so we are hoping that he will eventually come good for us. But I can't outrightly say that he is really winning games for us. Every now and again, he will give us a spectacular bowling spell. Nothing with the bat though. Shellan says West Indies under 19 have 12 players. 3 did not get visas. Oh God, what a Christ. OJ, he only started it a few months ago, so I think he is giving it some time to build a revenue, and he will start his distribution. No, I understand what OJ was saying. Okay. No, I get what you were saying, OJ. Hussein and Moti is not wicket taking spinners. I wish you can get a Sonny Ramadan or Valentine in 2022. You can get those guys, but in different countries. We had them in the last couple of World Cup, the Narayan and the Badger, but you see how things going with Narayan these days. Let's talk reality. India produces better player than West Indies, so there is no C team. India has the money and the domestic structure. When they say C team, it doesn't necessarily mean in comparison to West Indies team. I mean those are the guys that everybody can be in the A team for India. Obviously, when they're going to pick the full strength team, there are only going to be 11 players, so you have 3 tiers, and that would probably be the C team. I think that's what they mean. And the money is there and the population is there for them to invest and all of that. Oh, I think Mr. Lover is there. As soon as let you in, Mr. Lover. Let me see if I can read a couple more comments. As no coach when the manager is afraid to face the media. I say West Indies has no coach when the manager is afraid to face the media. The problem is these guys want to program our minds how to think. Then if you stop the foolishness. Sports to the Bone, are you going any of the matches at Sabina Park against New Zealand? Maybe in spirit. Boy, I'm a couple miles away from there right now. As much as they are not performing, if I was there, I would definitely go and watch the games. But I am miles away from there right now. All right, blessings. India bench strength is better than West Indies frontline players. Yep. Poyle have big muscle, and when he come he poke. The man played a paddle sweep now, man. I can't stay there. I think that there is not enough grassroots and club cricket being played in the Caribbean, and you're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Not a lot of cricket is being played. Not a lot of cricket is being played. You are correct. All right. We need Blackwood in the T20 team. He will make a difference. Theoretically speaking, he should make a difference, but we would have seen that with a lot of people when we say in theory they should be doing this and that. But he's going to be playing in the CPL this year, so we're hoping that things will work out for him. The man said, get rid of Simmons. He has no idea. Today, 56 runs were scored by Hetmeyer alone, and the other 10 people scored 44 runs collectively. He didn't have much work. Didn't have much to work with. Hey, when Odin Smith came out there and hit the ball and went and sky the ball, Hetmeyer actually fell down to his knees. When the man saw what Odin Smith do, the man fell down to his knees. And hey, boy, I tell you, Rasta. All right, I'm going to see if I can let in Mr. Lover now and give him an opportunity to speak, and then I'll just go through. You guys know while I let persons on, I won't be able to read all the comments, so I am going to be going through and clicking on the comments. So we went around about 50 minutes of me reading comments straight. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to be giving persons an opportunity to come on and to speak. And to speak. You understand? So if you are there and you want to come on and have a say, you can just identify yourself in the comment section. Well, the guys that I know the names, I will definitely let you in. But there are some persons that probably go and try and get in with some unscrupulous behavior. So if you want to get in, the link is in the description below. Just click on the title of the live, and you will see it will pop up. All right. So once again, guys, I'm going to be giving persons an opportunity to have a say. So I won't be able to read all the comments. So just go ahead and yeah. All right. If you want to come on and have a say, you can go ahead. All right. Let me add Mr. You hear me, Mr. Lover?
Yeah, I'm here. You. Just a minute.
All right. Good. No problem. All right. So as I was saying, guys, the link is there. So if you want to come on, I can understand a lot of persons are probably frustrated. Don't want to talk too much about the cricket. All right, let me go and read some comments. Kevin D says Barca had have some sacks to raise funds and register players, so there is no need for two players to cut their salary. I mean, the thing is this, they sold 25%. Well, I think they sold some share, some don't remember how much percent of their television right they sold for 25 years. Could have been, I don't remember how much percent, but they are finding ways to come up. But let us see. All right, Mr. Lover, what say you now?
Today was just disappointing, man. I actually stopped watching the game during the bowling. I'm disappointed in the dismissals and the team selection for today.
So what were your thoughts when you saw Jason Holder coming out to open? Oh.
I was like, bro, Devon Thomas should have opened, if anything, or Hetmeyer. Why send Jason Holder up the order?
Boy,
I frustrated, man.
I wouldn't even say or another player. If they drop the two openers, Devon Thomas should have opened the innings. I don't know where they get them sort of madness.
Not only that now. First ball, bam. Second ball, bam. Third ball, try to scoop it, bam. Leg stump gone. My God.
Funny enough, when I was watching the game, Mr. Lover, I was saying to myself, I didn't jinx it or anything, I was saying Jason Holland not going to last out this over, When I saw that they gave the ball to the spinner, I said to myself, Jason Holland not going to last the entirety of the over. I didn't expect he was going to self-destruct like that. But in all honesty, I didn't expect him to last the over.
One of the biggest disappointments for me today. I saw the 11. I was like, nah, I have to be dreaming, man. They actually got Akil Hussein for once. They actually rest him for one game. Really? No.
I don't know. And the thing here, Supernova said, CW, I need to try and get Samuel Badger out the commentary box to come and consult for the thing is probably that would be a good idea, because at least we would have one person there that is actually a thinking person. I don't want to say intelligent. We don't want to use if we're using a person's educational background. Right? This man is a thinking man, so probably that would be a good idea.
Couple times while on commentary, he's saying, all you have to do now is try not to lose a wicket. And as soon as he say that, bam, wicket fall. The man that crosses my youth.
I don't know still. I don't know what's happening. But it's not going to improve, because spinners are dominating the world of cricket, especially in the shorter format, and we're not improving when it comes on to playing them or to coping. We're not able to cope. So I can't see how we're going to dominate anything at all.
Okay, before I let this go on any further, let me just make 2 points here now. Number two, my first point, one of the best players of spin. Yes, he did not do well in the last World Cup, and everybody been calling for him to be Japan Swan. But I think it's time that we bring back Darren Butler into the fold better.
To do what?
To play the spin.
In which cricket? In which
All
format?
formats, brother. All formats. More to have that than to see this BS that are going right now, brother.
But Mr. Lover, but the problem is, playing, showing the ability to play the spin a couple of years ago, it's not the same thing as playing it now, How
Wait, listen here.
he has the ability, but when last we see that man do anything?
2021 versus Sri Lanka.
Oh yeah, the century.
Yes.
No, but is the same consistency we worried about with just. All right, click on the thing, Cricket 2020, and I'll say if I see you pop up. But it's consistency is the same reason why it's not there. Remember, they even gave the man a free spot to the World Cup, and when he shouldn't even go anywhere near the plane. So yes, it's for Test cricket, T20 and ODI to come and bat spin.
Of course. Other than Shimon Hetmeyer, there's nobody else in the region, other than probably Cornwall and Darren Bravo that can play spin.
The problem, you have guys that can play it, but they don't want to stand up and bat. And the thing is this: listen, you see, we have a couple of guys that can play, maybe not as good as we would have want, as how we would want, right? But the difference is that Hetmeyer can attack the spin and survive. That is the thing, Shemran Hetmeyer can attack the spin and survive. The others try to attack it and not surviving. But if you're talking about technique, covering the line of the ball, pushing the ball around, people like Shamar Brooks and Puran should be able to do that. It's just that they're taking up big hitting on themselves and it's not working. It's not working out at all.
I gotta mention Shamar Brooks. Brother, you get 9 ones off, you get 8 ones off the over so far. And then you go try run and bring the ball from middle stump or off stump and carry it down the leg side. You say just play straight.
Shamar Brooks mad enough. Shamar Brooks got out. He's the one that run past the ball
and get stumped.
Got stumped, eh?
Yes.
Something wrong with him, man. Something wrong with that man.
And now let me not curse everybody else and not curse my own today. Devon Thomas, my God. That's a straight ball. Don't try to cut it.
The ball was too close. To cut. The problem is the guys are standing up right at the stump and trying to play the ball. That ball was too close to cut. I can understand these guys here, man.
And the other point. Besides being back and chase into the fall as well.
Oh, yeah? It's about time.
It's about time.
In all formats. As what? As a batsman or as a bowler?
As a bowling all-rounder.
Oh, so that we need to get right, because the thing is, when they see Rastan Chase and they see him batting in training, they're going to say, boy, this man is too pretty when he's batting to bat him at 7. They're going to bat him at number 3 and 4. So you are saying bring him into the team as a spinner that will bat, as an all-rounder, another all-rounder. So we're looking for another all-rounder.
Exactly. And another thing now, it's full time for us to get Shandapal Hemraj. I don't know if Sheffield Watford still into West Indies cricket or if he just want to stay in franchise. But Watford must come in the fold too. And boy, it hurts me to say this, but man, for call from a big fella from Antigua, Jimbo. Bring in Cornwall, man. Bring in Cornwall.
Bring in Cornwall to go what?
If he does go this CPL, he should be on that plane as a backup opener and spinner.
Here what the problem is now, Mr. Lover. Why I'm not going to say I'm knocking an argument, I'm not knocking a conversation. Here what the thing is. Cornwall did extremely well. Well, let me not say extremely well. He did reasonably well the other day in the regional tournament, and they selected a squad and they didn't put him anywhere near that. And the test squad is usually what they use to. I get some feedback, Mr. Yoga. Yeah, the test squad is what they usually use to put these players in, right? So if he performed well in the regional tournament and they didn't even put him in the squad, I I am not too sure. I am not too sure if you go and if they're going to put him anywhere near the T20 squad. One thing I noticed with West Indies selectors, it seems as if it's only the so-called hypey typey people can get anywhere near their T20 team.
Another thing. I think this whole fitness stuff should just be scrapped. And whoever perform, just go.
But then you would be turning it into a Sunday league, man. You still want people to be performing at a good level. And if you are not fit, how are you going to make it through? How are you going to make it throughout a series? Unfitness, generally speaking, leads to injury, no, man.
Okay, I glad to say that. Look at Andre Russell and last World Cup. Before the World Cup, he was injured in the IPL or wherever he was playing, right? Then,
but remember, we were saying that. Remember, we were the same one saying on here that is a injured man they have playing, you know. Remember, we were saying that. But why is that? Why did that happen? That will not go right across the board because why? These guys go for superstar and big name players, and when other players try to get exempted, the selectors get upset about it, and they are the ones that are causing it. I know my countrymen will say I must stop talking bad about Jamaica, but this is not Jamaica cricket. It's West Indies cricket we're talking about. And a couple of the Jamaicans that were there, they had no business being on the field. So they must stop the foolishness. And when other players try to get exempted, the selectors behaving as if they don't know why the players doing that. The players doing that because the selectors setting it up. Because they have injured people playing and they have people who can't pass fitness test playing, and then they're saying to another player, if you can't pass the fitness test, you're not playing, while they're giving exemption to other people. Then if you stop the foolishness, that is the thing.
Okay, another thing now. You have somebody like Chris Gayle who does phenomenally well, right? In his earlier stage of his career. He was deserving of that medical exemption throughout his career. If somebody like Cornwall has the same potential to be destructive like Chris Gayle and performs, why shouldn't he be given a medical exemption?
What is the medical issue with Cornwall?
It's hard for him to lose a lot of weight, like how everybody wants him to lose the weight. I've seen Cornwall. He was bigger than he is. He was playing in the first CPL, I think, when Antigua Hawksbill was there with Marlon Samuel,
a couple
white guys and so on. And the boy was bigger than how he is now and run down a ball and stop it from going to the boundary. Slide everything, get up one and throw back the ball.
No, but how often will he be able to do that? That is the thing. How often will he be able to do that?
Listen, to me, it's basically determination. Once he is determined to do something, let him go ahead and do it. Don't try pigeonhole him. The same thing can be said for Evan Lewis. I think it's full time for an exemption to be given, but since Shimon Hetmyer did a fitness test and came back into the team, I don't think nobody that does not deserve a fully medical exemption that is capable of doing the fitness test to get it. Let them do the fitness test and then get it.
All right, I hear you. So we should look to give a medical exemption to Cornwall because of his inability to lose weight rapidly so that he can play. Well, that's on our way still.
Listen, before he started to lose the weight, he was doing extremely well in white ball game. He did well in the first CPL. Then in local cricket, especially with English county teams on visiting, he did well. And I'm not saying it because he's Antiguan. I'm saying it because I actually was there when I was a groundsman where I saw the game going on.
I hear you, and I can understand, because we watch CPL and we see Cornwall every now and then getting his team off to good starts. But I'm not too sure if we're ready to go that far. We're going to say, all right, scrap the fitness test so persons can get in like that. I don't know, Star. I don't know. I don't know. You know, where the test squad is concerned the other day, I can give it to you. You know, I was generally, you know, I didn't really understand why he wasn't selected in the squad. But as it relates to the T20 team, I'm not too sure if it's going to make it right now, especially when you want everybody to be able to move like that. But he should have been in the test squad though. If they were picking it off merit.
And not only that, the 18 series that's going on right now, where the first game was abandoned or basically called off due to poor conditions, he should have been selected for that squad too.
They go again?
In this 18 tournament now versus Bangladesh, he should have been selected there too. But I guess because he's in the USA playing cricket, that's why.
If you take a look at this Bangladesh versus West Indies A team, it's a lot of youngsters. I'm not too sure if we have anybody older than 26 playing. Maybe Markina Minley. I'm not too sure. If we have it, it's straight young guys. We have people like Alec Arthanes. We have people like Justin Greaves. I think Teddy Bishop is in that squad. Tej Narayan, Shando Paul, Solozano. It's just young guys. It's pure young guys. Joshua De Silva.
Sherman Lewis is the oldest one there.
Oh?
Sherman Lewis.
Yeah, and he's
like
what? He's about 27.
29, 30 there about.
All right. And we noticed he got a chance the other day in test, right? So they probably see something in him and say, all right, let us try with him. So I am thinking they really wanted this squad to be, a fresh set of youngsters coming through.
Anyhow, let me see this. Tej Narayan, he looked good, impressive until he go and just mess up himself and get one out.
You know, I actually didn't see how he got run out though. He was dismissed for 49, I think.
Him and Katie Carty was there, right? He was on strike. He bat the ball and shot 2. They won the first one, and Carty running hard for the second one. And there was Tej Narayan strolling and looked lost and stood up practically and just threw up your hand.
Oh, I didn't see how he got up, but one thing was for sure, I didn't really see how they were going to get him out. He was looking extremely comfortable. I didn't see how they were going to get him out. How did Solozano get out?
I think he got ball between his bat and pad.
Oh.
The ball, I think he kept low or just jagged back in.
Oh, see, Supernova saying that, that Sherman is 26 actually. So it's just some youngsters they have there. Maybe just a fresh. Hold on. Yeah, maybe just a fresh set of guys to try and work with. When you're ready again, you unmute Mr. Lover, because when it's on and I'm talking, I can hear about my voice coming through your stuff. So when you're ready, if you have something, you just unmute and go ahead. And I will stop.
Okay. Let me continue to say Casey Carty look solid. Then the captain, De Silva, was going good. Then as far as I saw, the last person that was there was Karaya and Atenes, I think. And they were looking good, but they didn't play today. So the game was practically abandoned due to conditions. It seemed like.
Yeah, I think Karaya, when I saw it yesterday, it was on 29, I think. And Alec Arthanes was there looking good also. Yeah, Casey Carty looked good. Joshua De Silva, as usual, looked good for his. I think he had 43 off 100 and maybe 19 or something like that deliveries. Yeah, so they didn't do too badly. They didn't do too bad at all. That is an A team. Is for guys that have not been in the West Indies for more than 5 matches. The only reason that Silva is there is because I think they're grooming him for captaincy.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you could be right, but even if they were not grooming him for captaincy, he's still young, and quite a few of the other guys are involved. So why have that youngster sit down? Let him go there and play some cricket. You understand? Same could be said for some of the other test players, but you know, I was happy to see him out there. I was happy to see him out there. And he was definitely taking charge because it seems as if the run-up was a little bit wet, and he was adamant to the umpires that he's not going to allow his bowlers to bowl like that. You know, and he consulted with the coach a couple of times and apparently got the game going. I think it was on day 2 and 3, you know, but he was doing his thing.
Yeah, but I also have to say congratulations to Marquino Minley on that fiver.
5 wicket haul.
Yeah, and he also took the charge and said, you know what, give me the ball, I'll bowl from the same with the damage run up. Let me also say that I'm disappointed in the St. Lucia Cricket Board and the Ministry of Sports, because how can you have a carnival event on the pitch or on the grounds at the fact where you're going to have international or semi-international cricket?
They need to stop the foolishness. How long before was it?
Like a week or just in the same week before. Oh.
Boy, I won't even pick up that politics to that one. Supernova says sports to the bone. They should fly down to Florida before players leave and show them their dismissal. They think they don't see it, man, them don't care. Right now we are here stressing about those guys. They are in there laughing. Right now they're probably laughing with each other and doing all sort of madness. Yeah. Yeah, Da Silva was angry with the state of the ground. He was complaining a lot. I was wondering if Da Silva, if he wasn't going to stop every minute. Man say, hey, listen, bowlers can't bowl and this, you know. So I said, Pooran is not captain material. He only looked good because Bravo was talking to him. No, he's on his own. He has no clue. I would necessarily say that, you know, what he's working with is not really, he himself is not doing much with the bat, but what he's working with is not to, you know, he's not working with a good crop of players. We know that series that he won against Australia, we know, you know, Bravo was basically doing things, but I'm going to give him time, man. I'll definitely go and give him some more time.
I'm going to say something now, and I don't know if any CWI personnel or anybody with links to anybody from CWI, which is the board of directors and selectors and so on, has any links. But yeah, I want to throw my hat in for an internship to be a selector, so I can at least have a little input into it with regards to younger players coming up that have actual potential.
What you're saying to me?
Bro, I already said it once, and based on my squad prediction and so on, I'm practically getting it spot on. But still, I think CWI can do more than this, man.
So you're throwing your hat in the ring. You're going to have to go on one of those big platforms that people listening, man. That the big jacket and suit people listening. They're not going to listen to anything coming from a little YouTube. I have to talk to one of them big neck people, one of the big neck people in the jacket and the suit. So you want an internship job over there?
Might as well.
I hear you, boss. At this moment, at this point, you know, might as well. Who suggested to CWI to go to Florida? But nobody don't really have to suggest to them, you know, money talk, Regine. They're trying to get into the American market. Lennox, do you think our coach and players sit down and study certain players? Because it looks soon as a match is over, we go back to the dressing and just drink beer and laugh. I think they do, but I'm not too sure if they are learning from it. Because one man was bowling today and he's known to bowl a lot of googs and just bowl sliders. And we see batsmen walking across and trying to tuck the ball. So man, there's something wrong with them, man.
Exactly. 95% of the balls that Bish know every name ball are all googlies.
The man is known to do that. Not saying that you're supposed to be an expert and play and be able to outplay him, you know. But at least don't increase his chances of getting you out by playing shots that high risk. I am no batsman, so I don't want it to seem as if I know it all. But I am thinking that these guys are professional cricketers, so they must use them brain and understand and stop the foolishness.
So let me get something else off my chest.
Mm.
This is a serious question for you, Lennox.
Mm.
How do you feel knowing that we lost all 10 wickets to spinners?
It's not good. It's not good. And it's the same thing I was saying. It's not a good feeling because it just goes to show that the guys that came in after we lost the first 5 or so wickets, they were not paying attention to the game. They were not paying attention to the game because no way should be coming out and doing the same thing and giving the wickets like that. They were not paying. That's all I can say. They were not paying attention to the game. You understand? It's all that, quite a few of the wickets that fell hurt me about the way out Odin Smith got out. I just can't. I can't phantom. I can't understand why he did that. So it simply means they were not paying attention to how the bowlers were bowling, or the batsmen that got out, probably when they were walking off, they did not say to the man, all right, that's going in, all right. He's bowling mostly this, but expect anything. Those are little team things that must work. Sometimes I am watching the game and I am looking at the players to see if they're going to say anything to each other when they're coming off, and I did not even look at each other. And I am saying, all right, maybe maybe he was paying attention in the dressing room. When they come out, then probably do the same thing that the man prior to them did. So it shows that they were either not looking when the man was batting or when the man was coming off the field. When he got out, he did not say to him, all right, he's bowling a lot of googs, but also watch out for the slider or watch out for this delivery. The man, it's boy, I am lost for words here, Mr. Lover. It's strange. It's strange, man. Good gosh. Somebody say it's not poor and it's the selectors. Jack. But the problem though, Jack, the problem is who will the selectors select? Who will the selectors select? The selectors, people, we know we're going to throw names out there that some guys make themselves unavailable. I know some people want to see Fabian Allen in there, made himself unavailable. Cottrell is injured, right? Narayan not playing, right? Lewis not passing the fitness test or not taking the fitness test. That is 4 people that could make the team already so far. 4. Russell only plays when his World Cup time, so that is 5. Who else? I'm missing someone else. Somebody just come to my mind and it slipped me.
Evan Lewis?
No, I call Lewis. So that is probably 5 players that could make the team, right? Fabian Allen, Cottrell, Narayan, Russell, and Lewis. One out injured and the others decide not to play. Rutherford is another one. Apparently, it's the same fitness thing. Him and CWI going back and forth with, I don't know. So I just got 5 players that can actually make the team. So some of the guys that we have there playing half and half cricket wouldn't be in there. So what the selectors going to demand them that don't want to play? I don't know. I don't know at all. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
Another thing now.
Hold on. Yeah, Mr. Lover, go ahead.
Okay. On a different note, I believe if I can go back to Antigua right now, I can pick a team that can beat West Indies team hands down.
What you're saying to me? You sure you're not taking it too far, Mr. Lover?
No, I'm not taking it too far. Anybody from Antigua will know that there's even one team that can beat West Indies on its own without getting other players that is not a part of that team. And that's the same team that Hayden Walsh Jr. played for, Raheem Cornwall played for. It is PIC Liberta Blackhawks, the undefeated champions.
Undefeated champions against who? Or against whom?
In our local competition, they won all over the years, straight down for like the last 8 to 10 years.
So who are some of these players? Why are they not getting any chance? Because I can tell you a cricket club in Jamaica that is undefeated, undefeated. It doesn't necessarily mean that these players are good enough to get into the team.
Let's just say this now. Few of those players that I think can make West Indies team will be playing in the Leeward Islands competition soon, hopefully. You have Kofi James, who was a part of Leeward Islands already. You got Kari Magoa. You have Darren Benter, the big brother of the young guy,
Yeah.
Denari Bent, that I've been pushing for. You have other people coming in. You have this young left arm quick, Justin. I can't remember his last name, but you have other people in Antigua. But because we're small islands as well, nobody's going to really look at it like that unless you really get the chance.
The thing is, so some of these guys played under 19 cricket because those names aren't too familiar to me.
All the guys that's called done past 20 to 25, 26.
No, at any point in their life, did they represent us at the under 19 level?
In Leeward Islands under 19, yes.
Not the West Indies. So
No.
they've been getting a fight. They have been getting a fight from under 19 right up till now.
Yep.
And it's not remotely possible that they are just not at the level. They are just getting the fight.
Listen, when Alzari Joseph got called up for Leeward Islands and then straight for the under 16 team, there was this guy, Kari Magoa, who could have made the same team too. As a pure batsman and as a spinner, left arm orthodox spinner. This young man is the son of one of the good cricketers. He is up there like close to Wrigley, Jacobs, and later on the Viv. But
I hear you.
Yo, I'm just waiting for the guys to get the chance now in this Leeward Islands tournament coming up next year or this year, whenever it is, so that they can put up a name for themselves.
Yeah, all they need to do is show us what they are capable of. Hold on, man. Let me read a couple of the comments. All right. Supernova says also congrats to Julian Alfred of St. Lucia, Williams of Barbados, and Jonathan Jones of Barbados for their Commonwealth medals. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to all of the athletes that did well, that participated in the Commonwealth Games. We had quite a few guys doing some stuff. I'm almost certain. Well, Jamaica, I don't know how much people follow netball, but Jamaica finished second. The Sunshine Girls finished second today. They were beaten by Australia, so we didn't win the gold. But shout out to all of the persons that participated in the Commonwealth Games, the Barbados ladies that represented us there. Jack says, whenever you're ready again, Mr. Lover, you can chip in. Just gonna read a couple comments. Jack says WICB are not selecting the right guys. And I keep on asking Jack, tell me some of the players now, apart from those players that I just called that refused to play. As we know, Russell refused to play. Narayan, we know the Evan Lewis situation, right? Whether it's fitness or it's problem between him and the who are some of the guys that we think should be selected, Jack? Because I'm all for giving people opportunity that can make a difference, So that's why I'm saying if we just say they are not selecting the right guys, we should be able to highlight a couple of them.
Shanda Paul Hemraj. Preston McSween. Markino Minley.
Come on, Mr. Loverman. Markino Minley just made a return to the 4-day regional championship, took a couple of wickets, and then he's playing in the West Indies A team. How could have they selected him for this T20 series here?
No, not for the T20 series, man. I'm just saying in general, who have potential that can be a part of the T20 team itself as bowlers and batsmen.
Yeah.
You have Voss and Chase that should be in it, since you don't have the likes of Fabian Allen.
But I hear you. Well, I remember black that person we are put up the foolishness. All right, Mr. Love, I hear you, but all of these guys now, the Preston McSween and these guys, when the best versus best games playing up, Preston McSween is one of them that is always in and around and he's not taking any 4 or 5 or 6 wicket all in these games, so I'm not too sure.
Listen, you have somebody like Preston McSween who finishes in the top 10 each year in domestic cricket as in regional first class. If he gets away in the white ball tournaments coming up, will we overlook him?
Well, I mean, we don't want to overlook him, especially a left arm pacer. We don't want to overlook players, but if he's performing, we can definitely give him a look in where Shanapa Hermage is concerned. He's one of them that they have always wanted him to get an opportunity. So that is why I'm hoping that he will do some work in the CPL. The other day when he scored that bulker runs over in the US here, he did an interview and was saying that he's looking to recharge, to perform in the CPL and to announce himself, to re-announce himself. I think the last CPL, if I'm not mistaken, he made a solitary century, and then I'm not too sure if he had made a lot more runs after that. So he's another one that I am hoping that I'm hoping that he will get his opportunity, but at the same time, I'm hoping that he's working on his fitness according to what he said. Because when he did the interview the other day, he was saying that he's looking to get back in the team, so he's working on his fitness and things like that.
I can tell you that he's working on his fitness. I see him going to the gym,
That
doing
sounds good.
cardio, doing weights and so on.
Well, that's good. That's good because opening spot is always up for grabs, So that would be good. I think we have Sachin on. Shellan said it seems like they did in the spin camp was sweep and reverse sweep. It looks so. It doesn't seem as if they learned how to move their feet to the ball or anything. Yeah, you're hearing us, Sachin? Not sure if he's hearing us. Yeah. What become of Sinclair? He disappeared not for him to get experience. He should. I'm not too sure if he disappeared, but he's definitely going to be in the CPL this year also. The thing is that Sinclair and Akil Hussain, I think, came onto the international scene. Well, I don't want to say at the same time, but they were making waves at the same time. He got a couple of games, took some wickets, and then Akil Hussain basically you can say started to outshine him. And then we see Goody Kishmoti coming through also.
Let me say this: Kevin Sinclair is a part of the A-team ODI setup. As it relates to him being
yeah.
As it relates to him being a test team, no. You have a lot of spinners ahead of him. You have Goody Kishmoti, you got Parmal, you have Warwican, you have Cornwall, who should be in the team but still not there. You have other guys like Karaya that could be ahead of him in terms of test cricket alone.
Isn't Karaya a batting all-rounder? Isn't he?
He was a batting all-rounder, but I think he transitioned to more of just a genuine all-rounder.
He turns his hand over.
Yeah.
That is the thing, we have a lot of people that turn their hand over, but we want people that can actually bowl. Yeah, Ashmead Ned is another one that came through. And did Ashmead Ned get a contract the other day to go to the IPL as a net bowler? I'm not remembering good.
Yes, he did.
He did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he did an interview and he was saying that one of the main things that he was looking forward to was working on his fitness there. I just added Sachin, but we're not hearing him. I was calling him, but we're not hearing him. Yeah, it seems as if he was muted. Yeah, we're not hearing him at all. But the thing is, guys, that's in the spin camp. With the spin camp, The problem shouldn't be a case where we're saying the guys are not getting people to bowl to them, and bowl the type of deliveries, because I don't remember if it was the captain, if it was a coach, Phil Simmons or Roddy Eswick, that was saying they have the machine that is called Merley. I don't know if that's a nickname or that is what it is officially called, a Merley. And according to them, you can set it to bowl a different type of deliveries that you want it to bowl. So all you need to do is to do that and make the guys. These people, I don't know around them people there, man.
Right now, at this point, just get the batsmen them and send them to the subcontinent. I let them spin bowlers off the ball to them.
To do what? Eh? But the spin bowlers down there don't have any time for them. How they going? Where? They have better players. They have better players down there to make the teams whatever league it is. How we going to just go to them in what capacity?
Yeah, right. But you know, you know what I'm going to do? I'm looking forward to this year's CPL because you have Shamsi, you got Khan, you got Rashid. I think supposed to be playing too. Those are three of the best spinners in the world. If these guys can't destroy them in CPL, it make no sense to play white ball cricket no more.
First thing, let us hope that these guys actually turn up, because quite a few of these big names players like to list in leagues and don't turn up. I don't know. Supernova. Supernova is saying what are the weak points in New Zealand team you think we can exploit. The only thing I can look at is that Kane Williamson hasn't been in the best form, and he's finally back into the squad. So we're hoping that they are planning to use him as anchor, and we can dislodge him pretty early in most of the games. Where the batsmen are concerned, I don't know, because if Guptill and all of those guys get off, it's problem. The issue is, even if we bowl out them, even if we can target their batting, I am not too sure if whatever they score, we can score that because of the bowling that they have. First thing, I don't see how we're going to target any of their bowlers. So maybe we can. I don't even know if we can target the batsmen. In all honesty, it's a tough one, Mr. Supernova. I don't know if anyone else want to give it a crack, but I don't know. I don't know, in all honesty. I don't know, Star. The difference with that machine, though, Lennox, the batsman would not get the opportunity to read the ball out of the hand. So would that not cause a problem? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point, because you want to read it, and maybe that is why when they're batting to the actual bowlers, they're hanging around in the crease trying to read the ball off the pitch, and because they haven't got enough practice reading it out of the hand. That is a good point. But having said that though, Sachin, if they are able to look at the thing, if they are able to look at the hands, they should know, all right, this is the delivery that is coming, and then it would automatically connect back to the training that they did and say, this is how you play such and such a delivery. So if the hand set like this, there's probably a regular leg spin coming, right? So you know that based on what the machine show you, this is how you play that ball. Even though you wouldn't have a lot of practice reading it out of hand. But based on the fact, you should be able to look at players, and that is what analysis is for. You analyze players, how they release their delivery, slow it down, look at it. All right, when it does this, the ball will wobble, whatever, and then you know how to play it because you will have practice. But I definitely understand what you're saying, though.
Hey, Lennox, I'm going to jump out to check. Bless up.
All right, Mr. Lover. Blessings. Respect, Mr. Lover. I'm not sure if that is Jaden. Jaden, identify yourself in the comment section so I can know if that's you. I think I see Jaden popping up. Oh, well, he disappeared. All right, so before we go, let me see if we can read a couple more. The bowlers we have playing right now, there is nothing wrong with them. They have done their job and best that they could bat in wicket. It's a batting that fails us. Yeah, the batting failed us, yes, but we still want some more consistency from the bowlers. But generally speaking, as you said though, Mohammed, the bowlers are usually performing. How much blame does a captain have to take for the large number of runs scored against a team consistently? Um, Again, it depends. It depends on what he has to work with where the bowlers are concerned. But the field setting has a lot to do with it. You know, things like say for example, the runs that he might score in the last over, he might have to take some blame on that, especially if it is a 17, 18 runs over, because the run, because he's, you know, the over rate is slow, so they have to field with one less man outside the circle, things like those. But generally speaking, it depends on the bowlers that that the captain has to work with. Phil Simmons and Nicholas Pooran should condemn Florida pitch because the West Indies wicket fell to spin. Well, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but you know, the way in which they got out, that was a problem. The pitch wasn't doing anything much. West Indies is a mediocre team. All right. I'm not worried about their batting. It's the bowling. If I was Williamson and I won the toss, I would put West Indies to bat every time because how strong the New Zealand bowling is. Exactly. That's why I'm saying, even if we're able to bowl them out for 120 or 100, I'm not too sure if we can make that against those bowlers. That is a problem, you know. That is a problem. That is my problem. You know, guys like Guptill and these guys will get off every now and again and score some runs, but you know, he's not as consistent as he used to be. So I'm not too worried about all of that. What I'm and Phillips is there, we know can turn the switch every now and again, but I am more worried about the bowling. I'm not too sure if we have the batsmen to stand up to these guys. Jaden say yes, it's me, but I'm seeing Jaden Matheson here, and then I'm seeing a different no last name there. We have to be very careful with these guys, you know, because I see a couple of people in the chat, in the private chat, telling me to let them in, and I'm almost certain that some of these guys are the ones that are going to try and post some stuff and the thing that we don't want to see. So I know that we have a Jaden that is always supporting us, and we definitely want to hear what Jaden has to say. But I am seeing where I'm seeing Jaden, and I'm seeing the last name Matheson, and then I'm just seeing Jaden in the chat section. So I don't know if I can go ahead and let you in. They say once bitten, twice shy. You know. Those who have been supporting the movement know exactly what I'm talking about. We have some persons that try to come on, and once you let them on the chat, they start showing some stuff and the thing that we don't necessarily want to see. Don't blame the pitch. Batsmen trained to bat against any type of bowling. Yeah. The pitch had nothing to do with it. The batsmen just did pure foolishness out there. Lennox, what will happen if that 12-month franchise cricket contract comes around? Because imagine Hitman Pooran makes $1 million for 2 months. Imagine what they will get in the 12 months. You see, I don't think it's good for cricket, you know. I don't think it would be too good for cricket. One umbrella or one company would have too much say as it relates to or have too much say as it relates to the players and what happens. Because say for example, a Calcutta Knight Riders, they own the Trinidad Knight Riders too, I think, and I think they own and they are working on owning another league, another team that is developing over here in the US, I think. So can I imagine holding players to 12 months contract? No, boy, I don't want that happen. I mean, the players would be making money, you know, but that is too much power. That is too much power, brother, outside of international cricket. That is too much power outside international cricket. Sports about which players you think will top scorer in New Zealand T20 series? Once for West Indies, I'm going to go hit Maya again once they bat him in his right spot, in his rightful spot. And there's not a lot of, they don't have a lot of spinners, so I am backing Pooran to get some runs also. So between those two guys, I am a bit worried that the pace will trouble a couple of the others. I'm not too sure how. Well, Brandon King loves the pace, so I'm hoping that Brandon King will do well also. Kyle Myers can do a little thing with the pace also, but I am backing the guys that in the back of my mind I think can handle it or have the ability. Let not say can handle it; they have the ability to handle it. All right, and who be the highest wicket taker? If Akil Hussein plays the game, Akil Hussein will finish with the most wickets for us probably. I'm going Hetmeyer against Supernova. Yeah. Mr. Lover say Hussein or Joseph. I'm going for Puran and Hussein say Supernova. All right. And Hussein. Sheldon says we seem to have a unity problem within the team. But Sheldon, remember, it's just the other day you said that the unity, it seems as if the unity is there now and the guys are getting it together. So how is it that when we lose this series is a unity problem? Unity has nothing to do with the people. Well, let me not say it has nothing to do with it because you want people to be on the same page. But people going out there and not batting has nothing to do with unity. The guys cannot bat. That is the problem. They can't bat. Or they can't bat consistently. You understand? I don't know if the biggest problem coming out of this is unity, Sheldon. I mean, we know that we're the West Indies and we have people from the different islands and things like that. So we're always going to have a problem where views are concerned. Just like how regular when we're talking in the comment section, we have our own opinions based on our country and all of that. But I'm not too sure if that is the biggest problem in the team. The biggest problem in the team is that the people are not batting well. That is the problem. Because if you look at Australia and England and those teams, they are all playing for England and Australia, yes, but people coming from different clubs are different part of Australia, different part of England. They are not necessarily best of friends with the guys that they are playing with in the team, and they still find a way to do it. You understand? So I don't know. All on the peeps. Yeah, man. So I don't really know still, Sheldon, if that is the biggest problem right now, yeah, man. I don't feel comfortable with them, guys. All right, there's no unity problem because these are the guys that they keep on coming out and say they are building a family and they are feeling good. The unity is there, everybody is working together. The guys just can't bat. That is the problem. That's what I'm thinking to Supernova. Leading into the last World Cup, and coming out of the last World Cup, we had some of those issues. But with Puran there and the youngsters there now, I am not too sure what much problem would be there. I'm not too sure who the guys would be, who would be there that is causing the issue in there. They are all youngsters coming through now, so I'm not too certain. I don't know still, but Sheldon usually seem to have some inside information. They seem rather friendly with each other, but they need better tactics. Yep. As it right now, nobody has any respect for us. New Zealand is going to play their young guys to have fun with us. No respect to fear. We are walkover. Well, the thing is though, Mohammed, if you look at that squad that we just read, it's not necessarily a lot of young guys there. You understand? So let's see. At this point, West Indies cricket isn't improving significantly. Therefore, I suggest we bring back Chris Gale for a New Zealand series in Jamaica. It wouldn't affect our current team and where we would like to be. Universe boss. I hear you. There is no Samuels versus Bravo, Gale, etc. Exactly. That's why I'm saying we don't see it. Or we don't have any pull or any of those guys in the team that we think might be a little bit intimidating or anything like that. So there shouldn't be any riff. You understand? So there shouldn't be any riff at all. We need Fabian Allen back in the team. We need mostly real batsmen in the team. Blackwood to replace Hola. Shepherd replace Powell. Says Kurt. I hear you, Kurt. I hear you. Good night, all. The coaching staff continue to make foolish tactical decision and selection. This keep on smiling the West Indies cricket. Well, the perfect example was Ola opening today. I am looking forward to Bolt versus Hetmeyer because Hetmeyer knows Bolt inside out from the IPL season. Yeah, I am not too sure. Well, I don't know it's going to work at all. It's Jaden. All right. Whereas most runs, McCoy, most wickets. Joseph, Mears will get most runs and McCoy most wickets. All right. Changing live broadcast. Please bring back Chris Gale. Hold that turn out now. Yes, bring back Chris Gale in. All right. Yeah, Mr. Lover, we have some people doing some, you know. Yeah, Bolt not going to waste his time against West Indies. Any thoughts on Hetmeyer wearing Shepherd's shirt today? Was it intentional, like he was trying to make a statement? Honestly, I didn't see it, you know. Somebody mentioned it in the comment section, but I didn't see it at all. I didn't even realize that Hetmeyer didn't have on his shirt number. I didn't realize. I don't know. Maybe Romari Shepherd is going through something personal. Maybe he's fighting his way back from injury or something, and they want to show him support. I don't know. Bring back Marlon Samuels and Carlos Brathwaite, says Mr. Lover. To do what? we need top 5 batsmen to real batsmen, not all rounder batting 5. It makes no sense. I agree. I have always said that we need guys that can actually bat to play batting role. Yeah, Jaden is on, you know. Jaden is on. Jaden is on. He just need to mute his mic and let me know if he's hearing me. Jaden is on. You're on, you know, Jaden. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, youngster. What say you?
I'm looking forward to Pooran versus Bolt. Both of them played for the same IPL team.
But if you're looking at it like that, if you're looking, but if you're looking at it like that, no, Jaden. But Pooran plays against a lot of these guys in the IPL also and should know them, and he wasn't able to dominate them.
Williamson was on a different IPL team, I think, from Pooran. So I think Pooran might know Williamson's weakness.
Kane Williamson, that is. No, we're hearing a lot of music in the background, Jaden. We can't hear what you're saying too much. Yeah, so like you're at a party. All right, so that is the youngster, guys. He just letting us know that he thinks Pooran will know exactly how to deal with Kane Williamson. And you know, let us see. Would want to hear some more from him, hopefully a little later on, but there's a lot of music in the background. All right, knowing West Indies. Hetmeyer put on the wrong shirt. God. So they are saying it's maybe it's not a case of him trying to represent Shepherd. Maybe he just put on the wrong shirt and went out there. Maybe he thought they would notice that it is actually him, and they would be, the bowlers would be loose. I don't know. Hussein is our number 1 T20 bowler at number 6. West Indies need to try foreign coaches from India or Australia or use Viv or so. But the current batting coach is from India. Even though somebody from, I think was somebody that said that they went to India and took somebody that. Let me not go back there. When I saw Hola walking, when I put on the TV, I thought it was drink break open for what that acting like is 300 runs on the board. And they need as a pinch hitter up the order. That's why I said TD. As I said, I wasn't trying to drink the man or anything like that. But one thing I can assure you is this. I was saying that Jason Ola wasn't going to last out the over. Then if you stop the foolishness. If Simmons puts Hetmeyer to 6 again, I'm done with Simmons and West Indies. When will West Indies fix this weakness against spin bowling? The coach and the batting coach is waste of time, says Kurt. Daniel says no matter what West Indies do, it's all futile because the players can't think on their feet. They're incapable of adapting or devising on-spot solutions to counter situation. Even Zimbabwe are playing smarter. I agree. Shepard made 56 today, and people say he can't he can't. But I didn't even realize, guys. I didn't even realize that Etiadan is thing.
Sports to the bone. Sports to the bone.
Yes, Jordan.
New Zealand have 6 spinners in the squad, so I kind of afraid for them guys who playing them in them T20s. Only
So
four no Hetmeyer we might have a chance of surviving the onslaught of spin.
But I'm not. You sure you don't mean pace bowlers? I'm not too sure. I went through the squad earlier today, and I can't remember off the top of my head. Southey is there, Trent Bolt is there, and Sachin. I don't know if I can repost the thing, the squad for me. I just remember seeing maybe about 2 spinners. You sure 6?
Asa, Santa, Bracewell.
I think he's on the Santa and Saudi. I'm not too sure if they have 6. Maybe it's 2. See, Sachin had posted the squad earlier, and he's saying it's 3 spinners. Yeah. Hopefully they can get a chance and post it again so I can show you the squad. I am more worried about the Pacers. I'm not too sure if our batsmen will be able to handle them. I am not too sure. And give Noah our style of loving to play rush shots against faster bowlers. I'm not too sure it's going to work.
When are they talking about the players who could face spin?
Go again?
When are they talking about them players who could have faced spin? What about Rustin Chase in the squad?
Yeah, but the problem is, what would we select Rustin Chase as? That is the question that we had asked. Do we select Rustin Chase as a batsman or as a bowler?
Perhaps a specialties batsman.
Because that is where he has been failing for a little while. We select him, have him batting in the top 4, and then he's not making any runs at all. And then we say, all right, he's going to bowl for us. That is the problem. He's not in too good of a batting form, and that is why he actually, he was dropped from the West Indies team, because we were saying that they selected him and he was batting in the top 4, wasn't scoring anything at all, and then he was just bowling a couple of overs. So if we are going to select him, then I am not too sure if we can select him as a specialist batsman. Sorry.
They should use him as an all-rounder. So when will you lose all the wickets, they could send him down to stabilize the innings like the 2021 World Cup against Bangladesh.
But then again, we would be playing three spinners, because Akil Hussain is ahead of him right now. And I mean, he's more experienced than Goody Kishmoti, but based on form, Goody Kishmoti is ahead of him again also. So are we going to drop one of the seam bowlers to put in another spinner? Especially going to Australia, I'm not too sure if we can use 3 spinners in the team in Australia. I can understand wanting to have somebody to count on in the back end, but I'm not too sure if 3 spinners would work at all. And it's not like we have any mystery spinner. If we had Shamsi and probably Shakib Al Hassan and maybe Moeen Ali and those guys, you could play 3 of them in the same team. But, so that is a problem. Kenroy says, big up Kenroy. Kenroy says, I need John Campbell in my T20 side. Give Pooran the Indian team to captain, and he will be a successful captain. The West Indies players are not fit for the international level. Quite a few persons have been saying that Kenroy, quite a few persons have been saying that the players are not consistent enough. They are not good enough. All right, so just to remind you, Jaden, this is the squad here: Williamson, Finn, Allen, Bolt, Bracewell, Conway, Ferguson, Guptill, Matt Henry. We have Latham, Mitchell, Phillips, Santner. We have Saudi. We have Southey, Bracewell, Saudi, and Santner. Those are three spinners. Those are three spinners.
I'm gonna be worrying about Ferguson the most. Last time they played Ferguson, he threw them out of New Zealand with the face.
Who are you worried about?
Lucky Ferguson, he threw them out of
yeah. Yeah, Ferguson is going to be a handful. Ferguson is definitely going to be a handful. I can't really see West Indies managing Ferguson, Southey, and Trent Bolt in one game. I can't really see it, I can't really see us based on where we are at now. I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to cope with a bowling lineup like that.
But the problem is, which bowler New Zealand go want to drop? Ferguson, Santa, or Bolt? One of them, all of them probably won't be playing in the same game.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not all of them, but two of them. That is 8 overs between the pair, and then we know that the others coming will definitely be able to do a thing. And I don't know how they're going around it, but anywhere you look at it, those are quality bowlers. So if they use 2 or 3 of them, those are quality bowlers.
If they drop Ferguson or Bolt and they pick Santa to go to one of them, I wouldn't be so worried about Santa working with one of them, because if Ferguson and Bolt win, this will get bowled up for something under 100.
Well, it's going to be pretty interesting how things work out. It's definitely going to be pretty interesting, and I think points are up for grab. I think points are going to be up for grabs in this one. So I'm hoping that they will be able to do what's get the job done.
The only batsman in form right now is Nicholas Pooran and Shimran Hetmaya, along with Brandon King. Pooran is the first series T20 International Series Pooran scored a half century in this year.
Go again.
This is the first T20 International Series Pooran scored a half century in this year.
Yeah, I think he had what 5 consecutive half centuries coming into the series, if I'm not mistaken, or was it going into the Bangladesh series?
He had 50s against England, Bangladesh, India.
Yeah, man, he scored I think 3 half centuries against India. Yeah.
And I expected him to keep that good form against India, to score runs over 200 and something. He had the most runs for any player in a T20 International Series against India.
So you're backing him to get some more runs?
I was, now deceived.
Hold on, let me read this. What become of Fabian Allen and Cottrell? When the squad was announced the other day to play India, Cottrell, they said, was recovering from injury. Fabian Allen said he was unavailable. Not sure why. What the reason was. Swing is another factor, says Sheldon. Yeah. The West Indies have to get their ground staff to prepare batting pitches. That's the only way they can compete at the international level, because the West Indies have fairly good bowlers. So he said, I don't know still. So what if the next team bats first? Allen, unbelievably, Cottrell injured, Mayer is in form. Yeah. Unavailable. Hold on. Allen unavailable. Ability. Cottrell injured. Yeah. All right. We need Cricket 2020 say we need Moti. I think Moti is recovering from a fractured finger. I think he fractured one of his fingers, if I'm not mistaken. My problem with Mayer is is the man is so inconsistent. He makes a 50 and then makes less than 20 for the next 3 innings. Yeah, that is a problem right across the board in all honesty. You know, he shows glimpses of brilliance at the top there, but as I said, you know, he will give you a 50 and then you don't want to drop him because you're expecting another good knock and then it's, as I say, a couple of 20s, you know. Would it make any sense to look at Andre Fletcher again to open? What is he up to these days? Walters, I'm not too sure if we have moved past Fletcher. The CPL is usually where quite a few of these guys try to redeem themselves. I think he's in and around the place playing different T20 leagues, but I'm not too sure if they are looking back in his direction. Kenroy says my prediction for the T20 series versus New Zealand is 2-1 in favor of West Indies. All right, Kenroy, I hear you. So you say West Indies going to manage to take this one. All right. Kurt says swing bowling is Windy's other nightmare. Yeah, generally speaking, the ball bowling at pace and ball moving is our problem. You understand? So Bolton and so they're probably going to give us some issues. And I think they are going to be playing in Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken. The wicket is usually bouncy. Well, the Sabina part that I know is usually bouncy. I'm not too sure what's going to happen now. All right. Sheldon says Hemorrhage and King should open. Shanapoi Hemorrhage, that is. I think they are going to be paying close attention to him in the CPL this year to see how he goes and then, you know, take it from there. Brandon King seems to be finding his form. Once again, we're hoping that he will go into the CPL and have a good performance or have a good season like he did the other day, a couple seasons ago. Sachin says, I can bet any amount of money if that Jamaica pitch helps the ball to swing, Bolt will get a wicket at the start of every innings. Why I'm not going to go against that bet at all, you know, because I know how good he is.
Why? Why West Indies put Shamar Brooks in the squad? Just to rotate strike? We did have to find somebody else who could do that. Brandon King could do that, but sometimes he does be too aggressive. Kyle Mayers is just a critical who we want to just keep attacking them bowlers.
Yeah, I think
Shimmer Hetman does get slow starts, but power hit after. Poran does just get settled down. When he reaches somewhere in the 40s or 30s, he does try to convert the innings to a half century. But after that, he does whoop.
Whoop. I think the idea is to have somebody to bat, somebody who is technical enough, to bat and to rotate strike that can hit the boundary every now and again, to bat as deep as possible, maybe to over number 15, 16, similarly to the role that Marlon Samuels played. I think that is something that they are trying to do, you know, with Shamar Brooks. It's just not working so far, but I understand what they are trying to do. But the difference is that Marlon Samuels was a whole different level. That man had a whole lot of cricket behind him. ODI and Test cricket. You know, as I said, he was good at rotating the strike and could turn it up at any given point. So I can understand what they are trying to do. It's just that it's not working at all. It's definitely not working.
Shea Hope could anchor the ODI innings, so they should give him a spot at 3 in T20s to see if he go kind of work out for him.
No, but the problem with that though is that Shea Hope hasn't really proven that he's a T20. He's really good at the T20 format as yet. You understand? He has gotten a couple of games, hasn't really worked. Even for his CPL team, remember they even had to be benching him and things like that in CPL. I think he's going to be playing for Guyana Amazon Warriors this time around, if I'm not mistaken. So we are hoping that he can get some runs under his belt. You know, he's somebody that is technical enough to try and bat deep and as you say, rotate, strike and things like that. But he hasn't really shown so far. He hasn't really proven so far that he's really worth investing in where T20 cricket is concerned. So I'm not too sure.
What's the bone? If
Mhm.
Bruce didn't work out, who else they should try to rotate strike with?
The top of the I I am thinking the next person in line. I am hoping that he will get a good CPL season because I doubt he will get in the team against New Zealand. So I am hoping he will have a good CPL season. I am hoping that he will be fit, and it's the youngster from well, he's no youngster anymore, Shandopai Hermaj. I'm hoping that they will give him an opportunity, right? Because he's there. John Campbell is also another guy that got a chance in ODI cricket. He wasn't too bad, and they basically kicked him to the curb. He's going to be playing CPL this year, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm hoping that he will play a couple of games, get some runs under his belt, and then we'll see where we go between those two guys, where the top of the order is concerned, where the top of the innings is concerned, because it doesn't seem as if Evan Lewis is going to be coming back anytime soon.
I think Lewis completely done with Windies cricket.
I
Lewis,
said
Lewis completely done with West Indies cricket.
it's a possibility. It's a possibility, but you never know. Quite a few guys who we think we're never going to play back for West Indies, they always magically reappear once it's World Cup time, and I don't know. As I said earlier, maybe he doesn't have the clout or enough friends in high places like some of the other guys that just got selected easily. So I'm not too sure if they're going to select him. So you could be onto something, So it's something to watch, to see, to look out for.
West Indies need to find somebody who could seal the number 3 spot. They have to find a finisher also.
The problem is this, though, when it comes on to the number 3 role, they are looking at somebody that can anchor. But in T20 cricket these days, if you have a good enough ODI player that is good enough, that player, it doesn't necessarily have to be your traditional anchor, like a Shamar Brooks. I am thinking that Pooran should be playing that role. Pooran can play the role, but he's not going to do it. So we have seen where quite a few other teams use some of their elite batsmen in 50 over cricket, put them in the T20 team, and they play that role. As I said, when it comes on to the finisher role now, we don't have any outstanding finisher like we would say somebody like when Pollard was in his heydays. Well, he mostly did it for franchise cricket, or Russell, who mostly did it for franchise cricket also, for franchise teams also. We don't really have those guys. We have Odin Smith, we have Jason Holder and those guys batting down there, but they're not necessarily doing it. Ravman Powell is now playing as a out-and-out specialist batsman, and he's not really performing like that. What are your thoughts on Ravman Powell batting in the top 5?
Well, he scored a 100 against England.
We're not hearing it. Sound like you're dropping in a sinkhole. We're not hearing it.
Well, Pooran, Powell, and Hetman will be in the top 3. After Mayers or King out, one of them got to come in. They are going to be a foolproof batting lineup. But Windies have Australia after New Zealand. So basically, they go have to work with what they have right now until they could find somebody to seal the number 3 spot.
I don't know still, but we need people that are consistent enough to bat in those positions. We definitely need people that are consistent enough to bat in those positions. I see where Sachin asked a question if I think they are going to select Hetmeyer in the ODI squad. I mean, if he passes fitness test, there is no reason that they need specialist batsmen. So that would be, at least they would play one less so-called utility player. Once the man is fit, once he's fit, there's no reason for him not to be in the team. Once he's fit, in my opinion, there is no reason for him not to be in the team. You understand? But I don't know how they're going to work it. Kenra is asking if they have to name the squad before CPL. I'm not too sure. It probably depends on the length of time that they say they need the squads to be announced before. I'm not too sure. But I am certain that I might be able to get some information on that, concrete information.
They should use Romario Shepherd as the finisher.
But if we use Romario Shepherd as the finisher now, he's going to be responsible to do what? Bowl 2 overs or 4 overs. Are we going to ask him to bowl 2 overs and then play as a finisher, as you call it, or is he there to bowl 4 overs but also to play the role of finisher? What would be his responsibility there?
He could play both roles. You see the series against Bangladesh. That was his best series in 2022 so far. If he could transfer that form into the ODI and the T20 format, it will be a really good all-rounder like Jason Holder.
And he works hard, you know. The thing is, Jaden, he works extremely hard. But are we sure he's there as yet as relates to his bowling?
We have to work with Shepherd. If we let Shepherd be the finish and battle the 4 overs, Akil Hussain will have to come in immediately after him. If Windies use him as a finisher, and when Windies lose all the wickets and including he fall, Akil Hussain will be the next person in line to help us bat out the 20 overs.
Yeah, the problem though is how we fit. The problem though is how we fit Romario Shepherd and Jason Holder in the same team, because Holder is definitely going to bowl 4 overs and Shepherd is leaking a lot of runs. The difference is that now Holder is not making the runs that Shepherd would be making. That is the problem. So it's a tough situation. It's a tough one.
If Holder and Shepherd are in the same squad, they should use Holder for a bowling all-rounder and Shepherd for a batting all-rounder.
Why? It's a whole lot of all-rounders, you know. It's a whole lot of all-rounders. I don't know. It's a whole lot of all-rounders.
Smith proved his worth today when he the ball. Odin Smith proved his worth.
I mean, it was always known that Smith could turn up on a day, but the problem is that he's too often he is wide and short and leaks a lot of runs. So that is his problem. Quite a few of the guys there, you know, they would have proven that they can turn up on any given day. And that is why some of these guys got IPL contracts. You understand? But it's the consistency that is the problem, Jaden. The consistency that is the problem. Consistency is a problem. You know, so we're definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. As Sachin saying that it's a possibility that we might be getting a World Cup squad in the next 3 weeks. Let us see how it will work out. Let us see how it will work out.
Akil Hussain at the number 3 spot.
Who?
Akil Hussain.
No man, but that is too much responsibility. That is too much problem there. Akil Hussain is in the team as a bowler. If it is the case that we come up against a half spinner or a team that has 2 half spinners that giving us some issues, and the top of the order we have too many right-handers, then maybe you can try him, or no, you wouldn't even need to try him because Puran is there as a left-hander, Hitmaya is there as a left-hander. So, you know, I'm not too sure why we would put him all the way up at number 3. What we need to do is select the batsmen, and the batsmen that get selected as batsmen need to perform. That is a problem. They need to perform. That is a problem. The guys that get selected there, they need to perform, and that's how the problem will be solved.
Dominic Drakes. Dominic Drake showing he could still bowl. Hayden Walsh Jr. had a good series against Australia in 2021, but ever since that, he's been providing a lot.
Excuse me. The thing with Hayden Walsh Jr., as you said, he did well against Australia. I think he didn't do too badly against Sri Lanka. Was it 2021 also, if I'm not mistaken? But he has always Hayden Walsh, he was always known to be that type of player. Always going to loop up a couple full toss, a couple short and wide outside the half stump, short and wide outside the leg stump. That has always been his issue. The problem is they stick with this man because apparently they think he's the best off the lot when it comes on to leg spin bowling in the region. And the thinking is that leg spinners are critical or are crucial in T20 cricket. And I agree. But this is what I agree to. Good leg spinners are critical and crucial in winning T20 games. Not just because you're a leg spinner, because I don't want at the international level every minute we hear that leg spin is hard to bowl and it is difficult to bowl, so we have to give him time. That is foolishness. He's a leg spinner and he's playing international cricket. He has to be more consistent than that. You understand? So that is a problem.
I'm not blaming Shimron Hetmeyer, but 3 times they needed Hetmeyer to seal the victory. 3 times. I think them other players, Hetmeyer out about Hetmeyer. Them other players they needed Hetmeyer to bat.
No, but you cannot bat and make 50, 60 runs if you are running out of partners. You have to try and go. So, all right. Say for example today, what Hetmeyer did. You are saying that he should have stayed there.
No, I said Hetmeyer. Them other players lose the wicket quickly. Hetmeyer was the only batsman remaining to seal the victory for us. They're putting pressure on him, putting a lot of pressure on him, too much runs for him to make.
Oh, now I get what you're saying. Yeah, it was definitely too much. It was too much. The thing is that in the other games though, remember Hetmeyer came in at 6 and we were basically just starting the innings there. As I said, they're leaving too much runs for him to score. Not necessarily say they are leaving too much runs for him to score because they are not singling him out and say, all right, this amount of runs is for you to score. But the other guys are getting out too cheaply, and then, as you said, that's too much pressure. Especially today, I personally believe that if probably Keemo Paul, say from Keemo Paul and Odin Smith, I personally believe if those guys didn't get out that as quick as how they got out, Hetmeyer probably would have carried us across the line or a little bit closer. I personally believe that in this game today because he was looking like it. You understand? But it is what it is. It is what it is.
The only positive from this series is that we didn't get blackwashed.
Well, I mean, that's a positive. I would almost want to say our next positive is that Obed McCoy came back and took a couple of wickets, but that bashing that he got the other day for 66, it's going to be a little bit hard to get over it, and today he wasn't really unsung either. But as I said, we didn't get blackwash. Good to see Hetmeyer coming back into the team, and good to see Alzarri Joseph making his debut and thing, but we are definitely keeping an eye on how things will turn out. Paul definitely needs to be more consistent. But we are looking to close off now, guys, over 2 hours and 18 minutes. Looking to close off the show now. You're still there, Jaden? Think he's still there, but we're looking to close off now. But shout out to Jaden for coming on and speaking with us. Same thing for Mr. Lover. I think Sachin came on at one point in time, but his mic was giving him some issues. So shout out to all of the guys that came on early. As per usual, the guys in the comment section that are always there keeping things lively, keeping the conversation going, picking my brain as it relates to question and things like that, I really appreciate you guys. I know we don't get a chance to go live very often because of different situations, but we try to get the videos out there. And, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do. I don't want to promise anything, but I'm looking at least trying to go live every Sunday, hopefully. Don't hold me at it now, guys. This is not a promise as yet. I am hoping that in the future we can start doing lives on Sundays. And then, you will be getting your regular videos throughout the day. But once again, guys, thanks for joining us. The guys that are always in the comment section asking for the live show. It's not that I don't want to go live with you guys and have some conversation, but after coming from work, making videos and then going live, it's really not enough time for me to get rest. So hopefully we can do some live on the Sundays. So yeah, Jaden, go ahead.
What is your thoughts on Obed McCoy accepting the Dwayne Bravo role?
I mean, even before Dwayne Bravo retired, it was bestowed upon Obed McCoy. Us as Caribbean people were saying that Obed McCoy will be the man to do the job. You understand? I think he's probably the best. He's the right man. He's a left arm pacer. He has a lot of tricks. He's getting experience now. Seems as if his fitness is improving. So I back him to do well. I'm not too sure if he's going to be as successful as a Dwayne Bravo. Dwayne Bravo is you can say he was a freak of nature in the sense that man was basically always fit, always in shape and things like that. So I'm not too sure if he's going to get the amount of wickets or he's going to be as successful, as Bravo was. But I am happy to see that he's in that role, and I think he will do some work for us. We just need a couple of other bowlers to be consistent and back him up. He will have off days. So we need the other bowlers to chip in. So Sachin reminding you guys to like up the live. As we are about to leave, we have 90 persons on and only 31 likes. That is the thanks I get for staying up to almost 2.5 hours. 31 likes. Yes, Jaden.
Nine say he open for selection. So if him and Akil Hussain bowl in the same match, the other team will be quite scoring runs slow.
Yeah, I mean, I did that video the other day where he was saying that he didn't necessarily say it was home for selection. He was saying it's always going to be a yes for West Indies. What I'm thinking is, he was saying that once they have sorted out the issues that are going on behind closed door, there are certain things going on behind closed door there that Narayan, he didn't necessarily tell us what they were, but there are some issues there that Narayan is saying that once those are probably sorted out, he's open to playing for us again. So we're looking forward to them playing regular cricket for us and then making their way back to the team, but not just stepping back into the World Cup squad. I don't want to see that. I want people that work for us throughout to get an opportunity to play. You understand? So yeah. We're going to be leaving it right here for now, Jaden. So thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Good night. Enjoy the rest of the night. And for all the persons that are out there listening, I am grateful that you guys were able to come on and have a chat with us for over 2 hours. And stay tuned. Tomorrow morning, you will definitely be getting another video. All right. So just big up on yourself, my peeps, and stay safe.